Them creating that weird crowd noise is just weird. There's really no other word for it. Nice view. There she is. She found him.
I'm so happy to finally be back. And looking around, I'm not alone in that sentiment either. Maybe it won't last, but everyone's determined to enjoy it to the fullest while they can. After all, who knows what tomorrow will bring? I knew things wouldn't instantly go back to normal, but I didn't expect all that to be thrown on us.
You want us to help liberate the capital?
That will make sense.
With Ruhr and Berea hard silent, we have a firm foothold to take back Heimdall. If we don't seize the moment before the year is up, there's every chance the war will drag on even longer as a result.
Fighting is still brutal as ever in western Erebonia. But if the Nortia and Kreutzen provincial armies keep their word not to interfere, we may be able to turn the war around.
That does sound like the best chance we'll ever get, but I still have doubts.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. We have no intention of taking an active role in the war.
We simply wish to fulfill our duties as military academy students.
That sounds perfectly fine to me.
We aren't asking you to fight on the front lines to retake the city. Rather, we would like you, the students of Thor's military academy, to liberate one very specific location.
Yeah?
And where might that be?
I'll be the one explaining that.
Well.
You're here too?
Freaking Lecter.
You're from the intelligence division. Huh. Hi, Elector. Long time no see. You back from Crossbell?
Yep, the most pressing problem over there is all taken care of now.
So Lecter, if you don't know who Lecter is, he is from the Sky Games. His origin kind of starts in the Sky Games. He's at I forget the name of the school with Princess Claudia, who's also Chloe in that series, and they're like friends. And they have I think a bit of I'm not gonna say a crush, but it kind of forms into that. But Lecter's like really lazy, things like that. And I know he shows up in the Crossbell games and does some stuff too. And but his origin is kind of like, his whole entire story takes him across all the games pretty much. But in this one, he's a lot more prominent than the other games, I guess I would say.
So I was finally able to access the Intelligence Division's network again.
Wait a second. Most pressing problem? What happened over there?
Oh, you know, that Azure tree is gone. There was a ton of confusion after its disappearance, but President Croix has been arrested, and things are beginning to calm down.
We had no idea.
I remember feeling an incredible amount of mana from that tree.
Whatever happened there, it's obvious Ouroboros was involved.
Regardless of how it came to happen, the fact remains. Crossbell is of no danger to us now.
And that's basically because what takes place in the Crossbell games that are coming out later, like the special support section, they stopped whatever that was as this game was going
Yet
on.
with that comes new dangers on the horizon.
What do you mean, Dad?
Now that Crossbell is no longer a threat, there's every chance the Calvard Republic might make a move, is that correct?
The Republic still has its own share of chaos as a result of their economic crisis and terrorism. But now that there's an opening to take Crossbell, we've no doubt they will recover sooner rather than later.
And without Gorelia Fortress to serve as an effective deterrent, there's always the possibility they could use Crossbell as a staging area to launch a military incursion into Erebonia.
As a result, our primary concern is ending this war as soon as possible. And we could use your assistance in bringing it to an ever swifter conclusion.
I understand the situation.
In that case, where is this specific location that you'd like us to liberate?
That would be the Corel Imperial Villa.
Hey, isn't that...
That's the Imperial family's villa on the outskirts of the city, right?
Are you suggesting that my family is at the villa?
We believe your assumption to be correct, Your Highness. The Intelligence Division has established that His Imperial Majesty and the rest of your family have been imprisoned there. Lady Elise Schwarzer and Imperial Governor Regnitz are also with them.
Dad's there too?
They've been there this whole time?
It's close to the capital, but it's surrounded on all sides by cliffs and the like. That makes it the perfect place to keep VIPs hidden away.
Exactly. The only way to access it via land is a special train that runs from Heimdall Station, and that is currently heavily secured by the Imperial Guard. However, were your party to use the Courageous to fly there, you should be able to get inside.
Interesting.
I think you already know our answer.
Yeah, I'm in.
If you say they're there, Lecter, then they're there. It's not much different from liberating Ruhr or the Twin Dragons Bridge, if we think of it like rescuing someone related to us.
Indeed. While the Imperial family is naturally of great importance, rescuing a member of the Board of Directors fits our motives to a T.
And we've always seen it as our duty to help those related to the Academy.
Guess that settles that.
Thank you. I truly appreciate it. Well, aren't we being humble?
This is what friends do.
To think these kids would turn out to be so dependable.
You're telling me. They're almost dazzling.
Your Highness,
Nope.
may we have your permission to move forward?
Nobody's talking about it, but you know, they don't say much about it throughout the series, but Sarah's guidance of these kids is pretty great. Like it shows she taught them a lot.
Yes, by all means. I, Alphen Rice Arner, humbly request that you carry out this mission. Very well, Your Highness. Students of Thor's Military Academy, I hereby declare that we shall dedicate our all to the liberation of the Corel Imperial Villa.
Alright.
It really is strange. For all I know, tomorrow could determine the outcome of this war. And yet I feel completely at peace. Just being back here, seeing the sky, and being surrounded by this cool air makes me feel so happy. Why?
You're not planning on standing here alone the whole night, are you?
Oh, hey Celine.
What?
Where's Emma?
Hey, oh, hey, Celine.
Who knows? I'm guessing she's over in the literature club's room. One of the second years dragged her off. Something about checking if any of her precious book collection had vanished.
That would be Dorothy. I don't know. I could wander around, but my head's kind of full at the moment. It's like it's suddenly registering just how much this academy means to me. I knew I liked it, but I never realized how much.
Oh? Well, whatever you end up doing tonight, make it count. With both Vita and Ouroboros involved, you haven't seen the worst this war has to offer. The hardest part's yet to come. And you don't want to face your friend in the goofy bandana weighed down by regrets, do you?
In the goofy bandana.
True enough. Oh, hey, are you here because you were worried about me?
Yeah, she was.
You've always been so considerate of us, even if you do try to hide it by acting grumpy half the time.
There she goes.
Stop that! You can't go around being nice to every girl you run into. Try treating someone special for once. Surely there's someone who fits that description better than me.
Someone special, huh?
This could be the last night you have to enjoy before everything goes to hell. Go and walk around a bit already. Oh, and go pay Valimar a visit too. Honestly, anyone with half a brain could have figured that out. Why do I have to be the one to tell you?
Oh,
I suppose
boy.
she's right. It seems a shame to waste a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity standing around here alone. Besides, it's been a long time since I was last here at the academy. I should walk around and see everyone. I've got a lot of catching up to do with the people in Trista. And after Valimar offered to stand guard near the west exit, it wouldn't feel right to leave him by himself the whole night.
All right. So I was going to make this whole chapter short because now there is a lot that you need to do here. Like you need to basically make sure you talk to every single person here because you stand a chance at getting a profile for them. So literally you need to make your rounds on every single person. What I'm going to do first, well, I may just talk to everybody in order. I wasn't going to do it at first, but god damn, is there a way to get off around this thing? Yeah, I wasn't going to do it at first, but let me see here. Okay, everybody that has a little yellow exclamation mark above them, their heads, you know, of course. Okay, yeah, he's talking about the damn horse. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make this short. I don't feel that I need to talk to every single person here. Some of it just doesn't make sense to me, and then some people are just kind of doing their own little thing. But there are 2 fishing spots here. You want to do that. You want to make sure that you go to the different places, stores that you can go to, look for books, different things like that. That is, why is she in the main building? See something here on the roof here. That's strange. Alan, Bridget. Huh. That's weird that they have red above their heads. Maybe that's when it's time to call it a night. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. 'Cause I don't want to do that just yet. Okay, let's see. Where is she at? Oh, you know what? Maybe, okay. I think there's like two different events. That's right. Okay. So Alphen is here. Make sure you speak to her for the notes thing, but I'm not gonna touch her right now because she got an exclamation point. He finally speaking up. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so he just making sure. Okay. I'm not gonna dive too deep into it. He likes her basically, and yeah, that's all it really is. Now you can dive in these conversations if you want. I mean, they're just talking about the school and all this other stuff like that. I just don't have a stake in that right now. I'm trying to go to the cafe. Where is he at? Is he in the cafe? Yeah, Heinrich. So come over here and talk to Heinrich. You and your classmates are truly incorrigible and irresponsible. Did you never at any point think of what might happen had you gotten hurt staging an operation like that? Well, yeah, but has he even had that much to drink? He's talking like he got started this morning. I don't know, man. Dude probably been knocking him back. What's worse is they're even corrupting the other classes. If Class 7 had never been cooked up, the upper class students of the academy never would have debased themselves by attempting something so insane. Absolutely never. I know you can hear me, Instructor Valstein. Valstein, I'm sorry. All this is your fault, I hope you know. Oh, come on. You can't blame me for every little thing that happens at the academy, can you? Yeah, you can. Okay, so maybe he's not gonna do it this time because he did it. I did it in the last game. So you talk to him, he gives you a Zemurian ore. Okay, just giving you that. So it allows you to be able to make the best weapon in the game. There's some people just sitting and is she asleep? Okay. Alright, so what I'm gonna do here, that's really the only guy I needed to talk to. There's really nothing else for me to do here. This is but if you're playing this game first time, make sure you talk to every single person. Alright, and me, I'm going to go just do the events. So I'm going to start with the rooftop back at the school. I feel like it's an event, not the ending of the night. See what they have to say.
Oh, you guys are all up here?
Hi, Reen.
Hey. Nice night, isn't it?
It's a little on the chilly side, but it still feels pretty nice since there's no breeze out. Oh yeah, you're right.
We're finally back here.
Yeah, gotta admit, seeing it again's making me feel all emotional.
Sorry, I didn't say much there. I was giving me a snack.
No doubt. Especially since, unlike the rest of us, you guys were last here during the festival.
I figured they'd be talking about Crow.
You're probably feeling lonely with Crow missing.
Yeah.
Toa, George, Angelica, I want to thank you.
Huh?
What for?
You guys have helped us out so much. There's no way we could have gone that far without you. If it were just us first years, I don't think things would have gone half as well. So, on behalf of everyone here, thank you. For everything you've done.
We should be the ones thanking you.
Yeah.
It is
Think
true.
about all the work Class 7 put into this and try saying that again.
Exactly. You guys even helped me deal with my old man. Where would I be without you?
I guess.
But for the record, we've needed you just as much as you say you need us, you know. You shouldered the most responsibility on the Courageous, the ship that carried us and our dreams this far. And I'm gonna need you to keep watching our backs tomorrow. You think you can do that for us?
Like you even had to ask.
We'll be right there with you.
We would never abandon you after we've come this far together.
Thanks. I get this feeling like tomorrow's going to mark a turning point for us. Whether the Imperial Army's operation is a success or a failure, it feels like the time for me to fight Crow is almost here.
That's true.
Yeah, he won't let a chance like this just waltz on by.
And this time, I'm not going to let him win. I'll beat him, drag him right back here, and force him to finally graduate with you.
You sure that's even possible, Reen?
That's not going to be...
I'm well aware that it won't be easy. But everyone, not just me, wants the four of you together again. Class 7 managed to reunite, right? Now it's your turn.
You're amazing, Reen. And if you say that's what you're gonna do, I've got no reason to doubt you. Good luck.
Yeah, but even Angelica and George like, I do bit of a reach.
Tomorrow's operation is sounding crazier by the minute.
Seriously. I better hope I can finish polishing off that Tachi.
Shoot. Alright, so Toa went back to the student council room. Plans tomorrow. Have saying their goodbyes. George and Angelica departed for the engineering building to get tools and equipment needed to manufacture Valimor's weapon. Alright, so it's kind of just a scene. The only other place I'm seeing like that, I'm guessing, is the one with Valimor. But yeah, I don't even think is Mix even open? Yeah, it is. He's actually in here doing stuff. You're a weird kid, you know that? Everyone's out there celebrating, you're out hanging in dingy old shop. Nice to see the war hasn't changed your attitude at least. I hear you were gathering information on the war and passing it to Principal Van Dyke this whole time. I want to thank you for that. Well, you gotta do something to kill time when business is slow, right? Seriously, kid, it was no big deal. But what's this I hear about you helping the Imperial Army with the operation tomorrow? Let me give you a word of advice. Watch your back. You can't stick your hand into the hornet's nest without getting stung. Every action has a consequence. That's very true. I'll be sure to keep that in mind tomorrow. Alright. So, I was looking to see if I could make one of these. And I can. I don't really think I need to make anything else. It takes 50 of them to do it. Interesting. Alright. And let me head to the engineering building. Alright, yeah. Give me the stuff, man. Really? No way? You're not doing anything in here? You? Okay. I thought they would be doing stuff still, but I guess not. I guess I'll have to wait on that. Let's go back to let's go talk to Valimor here.
Hey, Valimor.
Hello, Reed.
I came to see how you were holding up. Sure was a surprise when you offered, but thanks for volunteering to serve as a lookout.
Not a problem. Perhaps you and your friends have influenced me to some degree. Each and every one of you have come a long way to take this place back. I simply wish for you to be able to dedicate this evening to celebrating that achievement.
Thanks. You know, looking back, I never figured the day would come when I'd be able to have a natural conversation with you like this. You've changed a lot in that regard. You've gone from sounding mechanical to dignified, I suppose.
I've been working to gradually recover my memories over time. And while still fragmented, I am now able to recollect specific memories from my past.
Really? Does that mean you remember some of what happened before you went to sleep in the old schoolhouse?
Correct. I went to sleep 250 years, 128 days ago. And my previous awakener was a man known as Drykel's Rice Arner.
Now look at that reveal.
Wow. So it really was Drykel's, huh? I had my suspicions when I saw that memory in the last shrine, but I didn't want to assume.
I believe you resonated with the memories that reside within the proving grounds. Drykel's visited the spirit shrines as you did. In each one, he obtained the same ore with which to forge his weapon, advanced upon the same capital, and it was there, with many allies at his side, that he laid the war to rest in one final confrontation.
It's kind of eerie how similar our paths are. But it makes me feel a little self-conscious too, in a way. I doubt we're doing all this half as well as he did. What kind of person was he, anyway?
He was an open-minded, composed, and driven man. Full of bravery and daring, and in some ways, an enigma. Yet for those he met, he was ever kind and merciful. He had dignity in measure with his stature, and still at times, one could see in his eyes the glimmer of a child's.
Man, that was well put. Wow.
He was really something, wasn't he? Hearing you talk about him, I don't know if I could be anything like he was. But maybe if I were, I'd be able to do more for everyone.
There is little meaning in striving to be something you are not.
Huh?
Since my awakening, I have watched over you. I have seen you grow as a person. Drykel's found success in playing to his strengths. You, though different, possess strengths no less great. Just as he attracted his own supporters, so too have you gained those who would choose to stand by your side and no other. Take pride in those who would become your sword, for not even kings can buy the loyalty you have earned.
Well
Thanks,
said.
Valimar. You're right. I should focus on improving myself as I am, rather than try to become someone I'm not. Seeing as how I'm fighting for my future and to bring home my friend, it wouldn't make sense to be anyone else, really.
What place is that over there? Is that Heimdall?
Oh, yeah. It sounds like the Tachi will be done by morning. So if you're up for it, I think we should test it out tomorrow. I'll be counting on you, Valimar.
I shall do all within my power.
Okay. Alright, so that was Valimar. Now, this is like, make sure you talk to everybody. Like I said, make sure you go look for the books and talk to people for recipes. I think it's like a couple people can give you recipes. Get the ore from the guy, fish in the 2 spots. Make sure you do all that stuff you've been doing all game if it's your first playthrough. Now, you're gonna save here, okay? And you save here and you make this a save that you can come back to. Okay? You have to do that. Because if this save right here is going to be where you come back and you can go to multiple times if you got everybody's link built up, and you can redo the event with you can go do this event with the person and get their final bonding trophy. Okay? But you have to have a save file for it so you can reload and do it. Now, because I'm Romance and Elisa, that is who I'm going to be picking right now. I will do the others off screen. Where is she at? So if I remember it right, you basically walk up to the person, and I couldn't be any happier that the lacrosse team is back together at last. It was a tough road, but staying on it was completely worth it. Granted, I did have everyone's help along the way. It makes me happy to see you happy. This isn't the end just yet, though. Yeah, it all comes down to tomorrow's operation. But that's no reason for us to worry. Sticking together has gotten us through some rough times. I know we can do it. You and me both. Alright, Reen, would you mind coming with me to our dorm a little later on? I want us to see it one more time before we head out tomorrow. Just the two of us. Lisa, okay. So you can, then the person's gonna ask you something like this, or Reen's gonna ask them, and you agree to meet with them. I don't see why not. I'll head over there later. Thanks. I'll be over as soon as I'm done too. Okay then, I guess I'll head over once I take care of everything else I want to do today. I want to see something real quick. See the old school for a minute. Oh, there's Emma. So this is where you were checking up on the old schoolhouse? That's right, we've been away for so long that I thought it would be a good idea to do so. It seems to have been largely inert since the day Valimar woke. Well, that's kind of reassuring. One less thing to worry about now. I appreciate you doing this, so don't take this the wrong way. Why don't you give the witch thing a rest for the night? Tomorrow we'll be right back to putting our lives on the line. So for now, you should try to take it easy. I suppose you're right. Well, at the very least, I'll stop by the literature club and see Dorothy later. She's been on cloud nine since she got access to her books again, so I should probably go bring her back to the ground. Good luck with that. Okay. Figured there would probably be like some little scene or something, but it's just her doing her thing. Alright. There's really nothing else left for us to do because I already did all this stuff. So sorry I can't show you every single thing, but I'm just trying to speed things along here for story purposes. But if you make sure you definitely talk to everybody. And we are going to the dorm. Oh, there's also a bookshelf on one of the houses where you can get the fiery color for the bike. I got it in the last one, yeah. So make sure you go. It's one of the like regular houses around there. It's just, I think it says like regular residence or something like that. Yeah, but just giving you a heads up on that. But here we go. Should I head inside and wait already though? I think I'm here kind of early. Alright, and then you know the main story will advance. That is fine. But make sure you used to have that save spot. And then you could just do it over and over again for all the people that you know, got at least, I think, like level 6 with. So, and you've seen their events in Berea Hard.
Sorry for the wait, Reen.
Oh, hey, Elisa. I only just got here, actually. All done catching up with the rest of the lacrosse club?
Yeah, it was great to be back with them, but I think we've done enough celebrating for the time being. Plus, Varys ended up giving me a few friendly words of advice, too. It's kind of hard to say no to a girl who keeps insisting a lady ought to not keep a gentleman waiting, you know?
Yeah, sounds like her all right.
Anyway, never mind her. It really does feel strange to be back here in our old dormitory. In a good way, of course. As soon as I stepped through the doors, all the memories of the times we spent together here came flooding back.
Yeah, same here. It's been a long time coming, but we finally made it.
And you're there alone.
Well, while we're here, do you want to walk around inside for a bit? I'm curious how things are upstairs, too.
Yeah, I'm curious, too.
Sure, why not?
Let me stop. Nothing's been changed.
It's funny how time works, isn't it?
Isn't it funny?
It's only been a couple months since we were last here, and yet I feel like it's been years.
I guess that just goes to show how much of a mark the time we spent here has left on us, though. Every room, every corridor has a memory attached to it. Just one look, and I suddenly remember it all like it was yesterday.
You know, I guess that's true. I just wish Crow were here with us to share this feeling. It doesn't feel quite right without him.
I wish he were here too. He's as much a part of Class 7 as the rest of us. Give it time, though. Next thing you know, he'll be right here reminiscing with us.
You really never change, Reen. It was clear from the moment we met. You were someone who really cared for others, and you're as kind now as you were then. You were our leader, always tirelessly looking out for every member of the group and putting our needs before your own.
He does do that.
We're so grateful for all you've done, and that goes double for me. Hey, Reen. Do you still remember our first day at the academy?
Oh, he remembers.
Your first day? How can I possibly forget? First, we bumped into each other outside the station because I was so taken by the lino flowers, and then that happened. I'd love to tell you I've done what you asked and forgotten, but that's just plain not possible. Sorry about that.
I should have known. And again, who am I to talk? It's such an embarrassing memory, I doubt I'll ever be able to forget it. And the part outside the station was the most picture-perfect way to meet you, too. Then we both had to go and ruin it.
I really am sorry about what happened, though. Just so we're clear on that.
In a strange way, though, it kind of worked out for the best.
It did.
Afterward, I just kept thinking about what happened over and over again. And before I knew it, I couldn't get you out of my head.
Ooh, getting personal.
We barely met, and you were willing to risk getting seriously injured just to protect me from harm. That left a real impression on me. I kept wondering, why? Why would you do that? What kind of person must you be?
Why didn't she bring any of that up after it happened?
Next thing I knew, I found myself watching you from afar. I was so curious about every little thing you did. And the more I learned about you, the more I wanted to know.
It's funny how at the end of the game, all the truth comes out.
I wanted to find out how you saw the world around you and how you were able to live so true to yourself.
You know, you were always on my mind, too. You've always been hardworking, with all the pride of a noble and a strong competitive streak. But I think what stood out to me the most was how considerate you are of others, and how you always put them before yourself. All that time you say you were thinking about me, I was probably thinking about you, too.
Ooh.
To be honest, you've been on my mind ever since our picture-perfect meeting, as you put it.
Really?
During the past few weeks and months, I've gotten to know more and more about what makes you the person you are. The two of us have had so many long talks about finding our own paths through life, or about deciding how we want to live. And somewhere along the line, I found myself hoping that between whatever you decided and whatever I decided, the paths we chose for ourselves would eventually meet and become one, so we could walk side by side.
That's way too deep for some teenagers.
Does that mean?
Uh-oh.
I love you, Elisa.
There it goes.
And no matter what happens, or what you decide to do with your life, even if our paths one day end up parting, and we have to go our separate ways, my feelings for you will never change.
Reen.
Oh, the tears.
If it weren't for you, I'm not sure I would have ever found the courage to find a path for myself at all. I was only able to because of how much your determination inspired me. How it made me want to struggle on, just like you do.
Look, he's inspired her to start giving speeches now.
And I love you too, Reen.
I'm so glad.
Oh. And there it goes. Now, I think it's weird. I think she's the only one that kisses him.
I'm feeling kind of embarrassed now. I've got a lot of memories of this place already, but I think this one might leave the strongest impression of all.
If I remember it right, I think she's the only one that kisses him in this scene, if I'm not mistaken. I have to go back through everybody else's or look it up online, but I think she is the only one that does kiss him.
So am I. I can't see my face, but I think it's safe to say it's redder than it was at the old schoolhouse. But I'll never forget this moment. No matter what happens, I won't forget. No matter what hardships I might end up facing, I'll just have to think of you.
As soon
And I'll
as
be
he makes
strong
her
enough
mad,
to overcome them.
as soon as he makes her mad, she'll forget.
And the same goes for me, too. I've got no idea if I really deserve someone as good as you. There's still so much I don't know about myself. But I do know that I want you by my side, now and in the future. Whatever may happen, Elisa, I hope we'll be able to find a path we can share with one another.
I hope so too.
All the tears. Love is in the air. It's so beautiful. Yeah, love. Oh boy. All right. Well, that's the end of that night. We have nothing else left to gain there. The final operation. December 31st. Alright. So it just happened to snow that night, okay. What you standing there? Gotta be freezing their asses off in those skirts. So that's the finished weapon. This is amazing. You really were able to forge Valimor a new Tachi from Zemurian ore. Bah, of course I was. This dude right here, I swear to God. It's a massive weapon totaling over 7 ards in length. Its uncommon shape made refining and processing the ore exceedingly difficult, to say the least, but it was done. I doubt I would be able to do it if not for the help of my stubborn old student of mine over there. Makarov, okay. You're the least qualified person on this entire continent to call anyone else stubborn. That is true. Yeah, I'm with you, instructor. It sure was a shock to learn that you were also a former student of the professor's instructor, Makarov. Is it Makarov or Markov? Whatever. I'd heard you were once a student at the Ruhr Institute of Technology, but I never connected the dots. And that's how I preferred it too. All that was long time ago. I'll never be able to fathom why the two of you chose not to stay and study more under me. Cause you fucking batshit insane, dude. The offer still stands, however. I know talent when I see it. Oh, I couldn't possibly. I doubt I have half the talent to keep up with you. Give it to him straight, George, or it won't get through his damn near impenetrable skull his. Tell him you go insane if you had to spend years working with an arrogant, self-centered prick like him. Make sense? It's true though. Look at you try to chase the subject still. What a beautiful blade it is. The radiance of it is simply dazzling. Ain't nothing out here like Zemurian ore. It's probably not as sharp as something a real swordsmith would make, though. None of us are smiths by profession. But Valimar should find it easier to use than any weapon he could have taken from a soldat, and that's what counts. Alright then, let's give it a try. Nice. That is pretty cool. Wow. They're resonating with one another. They sure are. Alright. How beautiful. It truly is astounding. You look so cool, Valimar. I'm not sure what's happening, but it's amazing, alright? I think we finally have a chance. Feedback process with new armament complete. I do indeed feel this is easier to wield than previous armaments. Good, I'm glad to hear it. You think this will do the trick? Yep, I had high expectations, but this shattered them. I think I finally stand a chance against him now. Professor Smith, Instructor Makarov. Makarov. I keep on thinking the dude is like Makarov, but it's right there in front of my face. Makarov, George, thank you all so much for what you've done. Save your thanks. I only did what I did to satisfy my curiosity. This dude right here, bro. Whatever you do now that I'm done is no concern to me. He's not being modest either. Green, he totally means that. This is just how he is. Same deal with the railway guns, Soldat, and the orbital jamming device. As soon as his work is done, he loses his interest completely and is off finding something else to do. Huh, something wrong with that? It is what it is, I guess. All that said, I think preparations are now finally complete. Yes, sir, I think it's about time I go get everyone. The fated moment has finally arrived. Current time is 0630 hours. Everyone should gather here again at 0730 hours. Make sure you're all wearing what I gave you earlier. Right. That we're wearing what? Alright. Got everybody here.
All of the students have gathered.
Good. That dude does not have a voice actor. Instructor Sarah, Instructor Thomas, Instructor Makarov. We leave them in your capable hands.
Understood.
Don't you worry. We'll take good care of them.
Just leave them to us.
Students of Thor's Military Academy. I'm sure most of you remember what was once imparted to you during your respective welcoming ceremonies. Arise, O youth, and become the foundation of the world. These are the words of Emperor Dracul, the man who ended the War of the Lions and founded this very academy. I ask you to consider what the world he refers to is and what qualities one must possess to be its foundation. I imagine that you each had your own thoughts in response. However, I ask that you not make the mistake of assuming that foundation is synonymous with sacrifice. I believe that it is walking side by side with others, opening up a path and treading it down. Treading down that one does this. As such, I have but one very simple message for each and every one of you to remember. return alive. Welcome spring's arrival with one another, and when the time comes, fly the nest with one another. And to that end, I wish you victory.
May Adios and Drycles the Lionheart be with you all. And please, come back here safe and unharmed.
The tears.
Our objective is to rescue His Majesty the Emperor, as well as those who were captured with him. Everyone, move out!
Moving out. Look at Toad, what a serious face. Alright. Surface air temperature is 5 degrees, humidity 13%. There's a northwesternly wind blowing at 11 APH. Incoming messages from both 3rd and 4th Armored Divisions. They're past the Schwarzdrake barrier and Trista, moving into formation about 100 cells from Heimdall. Main cannons and second armaments are good to go. We're ready for battle at any time. All orbit engines are operating normally. All crew members present and accounted for. We're ready to begin the operation on your command. Understood. Sounds like we're all ready to go. Still, it doesn't look like we're going to be hearing anything from Prince Oliver. Indeed, there's been no word from Father either. They probably got their hands full in the West. It's starting to get really hectic there from what I've heard. I've asked Mick to try and get in contact with Toval, but I'm not banking on him succeeding. That's too bad. It would have been great to have them here too. There's no point in lamenting what we don't have. Alright, all we can do is make the best of the current situation. Yep, I'm with them. Still, the battle doesn't begin until midday. We've still got time. If there's anything you want to take care of, now's the chance. Anything spring to your mind? Now that you mention it. So, are there any new requests for us to take care of? There are, in fact. Hold on a minute, let me get them up. Alright, so... yeah... I mean, I guess we can do... I don't know. Shit, we'll see. Huh? I think we can handle these. Right, none of them seem like it would take too long. Whether you do them or not is totally up to you, but getting ready for battle should be top priority. I know you've gotten the hang of reporting Prince Oliver, but seeing as we can't contact him, you can report to me. This might well be the last chance you get to do maintenance on your orbits too. So if you need anything, let me know. We will, thank you. There's no such thing as being too prepared for this. Alright. The finale, forward, relentlessly. To advance the main story, speak to Toa, okay. This is the last time during the story that you will be aboard the Courageous. At the beginning of the operation, it will no longer be possible to take advantage of facilities or visit other towns. All quests of events will also disappear. The trial chest will become permanently unavailable. While you have another chance, buy items. So basically do everything you need to do right now. Not now, but right now. I'm gonna take Machias because his dad is here. And some of my regular people. I hate that guy's kind of taking a back seat on this one, but he has. I would pick Gaius if Machias wasn't in there. Alright, we'll start with that. Alright, I'm going to end here. When we come back, we will be doing the last couple little things on the ship. Not a whole ton. And I will try to give you an idea of who you need to be talking to, what you need to do, And this is a time where you need to, give out, go give all your food, everything that you collected, all this stuff, everything. And we get to do the shrine also when we come back. But yeah, thank you guys for rocking with me. I appreciate everybody checking out the vids. If you are new to my channel, please like and subscribe if you dig the content. And come back with some more. I really appreciate you guys. I will see you in the next one. Peace.